Hi, I'm Kieran of RunRepeat, and this is the Saucony Triumph ISO 5. This is a maximalist, high cushion daily trainer featuring an 8mm heeled toe drop. So starting with the midsole, this features a full length EVERUN foam, which is very high cushion. And what's new about this iteration of the shoe is this 2mm on top of what they are calling EVERUN Topsole cushioning. And this is here to provide some extra cushion and response. But this is not your traditional standard EVA foam. This is actually made out of polyurethane, which has many advantages. So it can withstand many kinds of weather, hot and cold. The midsole doesn't get affected. And then it's also a lot more durable. And with your traditional EVA foam, the force will come from underneath and then impact into the midsole. But with the polyurethane foam, it comes and disperses in all directions, and then you get a more cushioned ride. So with all the cushion in this, you get a very low impact, high cushion landing. But instead of being one of those shoes that is very high cushioned and mushy, this actually provides some very good energy return and response, making it a lot more versatile. A disadvantage though with all that cushion is that you do get a very heavy shoe. So onto the upper, the Triumph 5 features a jacquard mesh upper and is very structured and supportive. So around the heel collar here, it's highly padded, meaning you don't get any pressure on the Achilles at all. And the tongue as well, very padded there, and you get some good support around here. Something I love about this upper is the versatile lacing system. So you can see all these sections leading up to the eyelets are all separate, meaning that it adapts to really any foot and means that it's super comfortable and you get some good lockdown there. And onto the toe box, this is very wide. So luckily for me, I'm just a standard width foot, which means I don't find my foot swimming around too much. But if you do have a narrow foot, you might find it too wide. So now onto the midsole. It provides some good protection for your feet against rocks, except in the wet I did find it slipping and struggling with traction. But overall, after 60 kilometers of use, it looks like it's going to hold up for a long time. So with the ride for the Triumph ISO 5, you get a very soft, high cushion, low impact landing. But as I said before, something special about this shoe is that energy return and response. And I have one disadvantage with the ride. It is quite a bricky shoe, so it's not the most nimble and fast moving shoe. But yeah, it does feel quite bulky and bricky on your foot, but you do adjust to this after a while. So what am I going to use this for? Well, as I said before, it's an easy running shoe, so primarily for easy running, but with that great response that you do get in the midsole, I will use it for some threshold days. And I have taken it out on a few long runs where I've included some threshold work, and I've really enjoyed running in it. It is heavy again, but it's for training, not racing. So, what did I like about this shoe? Well, it's highly cushioned with that amazing response. It's very soft. It's not affected by the weather at all with that polyurethane foam, as I was mentioning before. It doesn't get affected by the weather. A very versatile lacing system. And then you get a strong and supportive upper. Durability looks good. I've ran 60 kilometers in it, but at the moment it looks like it should hold up for quite a while. And it is a very versatile shoe. But what I don't like is that the ride is kind of bricky. As I mentioned, you do get used to this, but I would love it to be more nimble. And then I did find traction suffering in the wet, and with all that cushion and all the overlays in the upper, it does make it a very heavy shoe. So I think in their next iteration of this, they will try to do less with the upper and remove lots of those overlays, and maybe something with the midsole as well, because it is quite heavy. But as I said before, I don't mind this. So with all that said, I give this shoe an 85 out of 100. I've enjoyed running in it, just that low impact landing and very comfortable ride. And if you've ridden this shoe or you have any questions, be sure to drop them down in the comments. And thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.